going through.
You're going to be on.
Starting some of this stuff up.
I mean, you can be if you want.
No, I mean, he's starting things here and there.
We're live.
Oh, are we? Okay. It says warning. Hello, people. Oh, we're online. Okay, we are testing. Oh, yeah, I think I am online on DLive.
We're on YouTube, that's for sure.
Okay. So we just had a really great discussion with Ray Lutz, who's an, I think I'm pronouncing that right, Lutz, election integrity activist person out in California. And I wish that I had been able to stream it to DLive also, but I didn't know what I was doing with DLive. And I will not attempt to tutor people like Ebon would be able to, but I will tell you that if you're using Restream and you want to Restream and include DLive, you have to do the same thing as you would with Facebook, which is you have the custom RTMP, but you also have to go in and go through this setup. Although, wait a minute. And you have to upload a thumbnail each time, and you have to put in these settings. Wait a minute. I guess I can't use one thing that's tricky with Restream. Brian, do you remember how you had oh, you know what I should do? I don't know if anybody wants to join. And it's 11:30 on a Tuesday night, so maybe not. But I should have put this into a couple of places in case anybody wants to join. See? This is logged me out of Twitter. What the hell? Okay.
Twitter's been weird lately.
No, it's something here, where I've been logged out of everything. I don't know why. Out of Facebook, and I'm just really bad about passwords. So surprise, surprise. So I'm having to manually log into everything. Okay, so I will put the Zoom link here. What should I do? I guess I'll retweet it. And put the Zoom link here. And I'll do it on YouTube. Okay. I'll put it on YouTube. I'm learning. Bear with me. I know it's really fun to watch people messing around. Oh, whoops. Wait a minute. I think I have this thing over our faces the whole time. Oops. Okay. YouTube? Yeah, I did. I had the invitation thing.
Oh, well.
That's okay. So we're learning. We are multi-streaming using Restream to DLive and one watching. I think that's me. Oh, that's you.
I'm your fan of DLive.
Okay. One watching. I think that's me. Oh, crap. You have to mute. Oh, that's you. Okay, mute. Wait a second, Brian. Is that... Hold on. It looks like it has the previous Zoom link down here. I guess... Let's see. Edit. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Come on.
Yeah, that is the old Zoom.
That's weird. I didn't know it saved that. Okay, so I will attempt to walk and chew gum at the same time here. Okay, so we just had a really great interview with Ray Lutz. And I could talk to him for another hour. I encourage anybody that cares about election integrity to go to Citizens citizensoversight.org, and you can like sign up to get involved and go like, with your camera on your phone, go to your local polling place and record stuff when they're counting ballots. Wait a minute. So it is a Tuesday night. I don't expect anybody to pop in here.
Yeah, you changed it. It's changed now.
Okay, good. We'll get the hang of this eventually. Okay. So yeah, I did really want to ask him more about, I wanted to mention Sierra Leone and the thing we found about them doing this blockchain. Wait, what does this say? The citizens of Sierra Leone went to the polls on March 7th, but this time something was different. The country recorded votes at 70% of the polling to the blockchain, using a technology that is the first of its kind in actual practice. The tech, created by Leonardo Gamar of Agora, anonymously stored votes in an immutable ledger, thereby offering instant access to the election results. Now that's cool. Because our instant access right now is what? Watching the tally on the New York Times?
Yeah.
Which is,
Which we know is BS.
Yeah. Okay. Wow. Here we go. All right. So we're just kind of, if anybody happens to be watching, I don't think so. We're just testing right now. Okay. Just to play around with this. Well, Brian, that may be the, thank you, Michael. That might, oh, no, it says, what? I don't know if it is live on DLive or not.
Let me see if I can find out. Hold on.
Doesn't look like it.
Hold on.
And I don't know why. You were watching it on DLive?
Yeah.
Oh, well, weird, because it's not
Yes.
on. Okay, well, that's odd because on here it's not showing me that. It's just spinning.
I'll play back up.
Do you see it, Brian?
Hold on.
Okay, while you're looking, I'm going to talk about this more. Okay. Sierra Leone wishes to create an environment of trust with the voters in a contentious election. Okay. Especially looking at how the election will be publicly viewed post-election by using blockchain. Okay. By using blockchain as a means to immutably record ballots and results, the country hopes to create legitimacy around the election and reduce fallout from opposition parties. Wow. We're not even doing this yet. What's wrong with this picture?
Sierra Leone didn't do it either.
Well, okay, what did they do? They tested it?
I think it was a company that recorded votes as metadata on the blockchain. But I don't think it was officially sanctioned by the government of Sierra Leone. But it was still a viable proof of concept.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't bet their election on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's proven that voter records can be stored.
I like this, like, wait, what did it say? That you can see it as it's happening in, like, real time. What does it say? Yeah, okay, will be publicly available for any interested party to review, count, and validate. I thought it said, oh yeah, instant access to the election results. So, I'm glad that Ray did most of the talking. I mean, he's just like a wealth of information, and I mean, he's just doing this like in his spare time. Sounds like. But there were things I wanted to ask him that I didn't get to. You know, like the fact that, well, we could go on forever, you know, about the fact that our exit polls didn't match. And, you know, I know there was a petition to like ask the UN to get involved in U.S. elections. I mean, when we see another country's election so off, we go in and butt in and look around. Well, ours were so off. Why? You know, the UN should have been brought in. I mean, when you hear what he was describing in California, the way they did that, I mean, first of all, the media called California the night before. And then when they first start calling it, they're just going off of the mail-in ballots. And then when you look, he had another chart. I guess it wasn't as put together as that one, so he didn't show it. But on his live stream on his Facebook, he had another chart where it broke down the percentage of votes. And yeah, it's like 60-something, 30-something, you know, Hillary to Bernie in the early, like, mail-in ballots or something. And then as everything else starts coming in, then it completely flips. And that does make you wonder, okay, maybe, like he said, maybe it's older voters or whatever that aren't getting out. They're mailing stuff in. But
no.
Then that it sounds fishy to me.
Yeah.
And, you know, that could easily have been rigging. And then you have all those provisional ballots that weren't counted. And, whiteout and shredder trucks. I mean... Okay, I did title this The Speakeasy. So, Brian, I think you need to get a white Russian. Right? No, I don't know why I titled this that. Just wanted to come up with something that was not just testing. Okay, so what I think we'll do is we will, if this works, then we'll start doing the Revolutionary Roundtable to this, unless anybody objects. I don't see why they would. Next week we have some CFAR candidates coming on. Johnny Axum he's like, Democratic Labor Party or something? It's not regular Democratic Party. It's something.
Yeah, something like that.
In Minnesota? Is that right? I should have this right. Anyway, so he'll be on, and another candidate from Atlanta, Georgia, and I think they're going to be talking modern monetary theory. And then the week after that, we will have on BC DeGraff, who I'm very excited to talk with about a lot of the same or similar stuff we talked to Ray about, because BC, he's also working on a Brandon, I guess it is, on a documentary. So he's got clips on YouTube. I don't know if you've seen them, but he interviews, I think it's just called Rigged.
Yeah. I think I've seen a few of those.
Okay,
right.
Nico House, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's posting them or what.
Yes, Nico is posting them.
Okay. So, man, those are heartbreaking. There were some where he goes and he interviews this person. I'm not sure if she was a Bernie delegate, but she volunteered for the campaign, and she went door to door, and she had gone to this old couple's house in Ohio, and they said they couldn't get out to caucus because they were, old, had health problems, and then they end up showing up anyway. And it's heartbreaking, because to think that this election was stolen, which is certainly how I see it. When you see all of what happened, in California, all of this crazy stuff that went on, there's just no doubt, just no doubt in my mind. So it's just sad when you see that. and people giving their last dollars to Bernie. But anyway, can't let it happen again.
No.
So,
No, we can't afford to let it happen again.
No, so go to, nobody's listening, I'm practicing. Go to citizensoversight.org and sign up to go, take your iPhone and record people counting ballots, I guess, right?
Right.
Okay, so we can talk about, so we have BC DeGraff talking about his book, Bernie Won, and probably the documentary, and just all of what happened in the 2016 primary. And then past that, I'm not sure what we have going on. We have a couple people possibly that'll be coming on. We may be kind of alternating MMT discussions with related discussions. Not sure. Can you hear my puppy snoring?
I sure can.
Aw. Well, this Yeti microphone sure does pick up a lot.
Yeah, those are nice.
Well, yeah, I haven't quite figured out how it works, like around, I guess you can, it's not supposed to pick up, I thought, as much from that side of the room.
Right.
But I guess he's just being loud. Okay,
but
well.
Isn't there a knob where you adjust the pickup?
Yeah. I'm not sure how that works. I'll have to monkey with it. Oh. Who's joining?
Hello?
It's Shirley.
Hi,
Hey,
Shirley. How's it going?
It's going good. Only thing I'm worried about this election before Barack Obama left office, he allowed the Department of Homeland Security to control the polling stations, and that bill Tulsi is trying to get passed. That's not good, because the ones that cheated are the ones helping and involved in it.
I wondered about that, Shirley. I have the bill pulled up here.
I haven't really perused.
I haven't dug through it yet. Does it specify like having Department of Homeland Security take over? What did Ray say?
Barack Obama had that done before he left office. Remember 11 states during the election, they said something was going funny with their polling station. They were flipping ballots. And Homeland Security came out in a minute, it was us. They didn't say it was Russia, and the state didn't say it was Russia. It was the United States. But that was under Barack Obama with the Department of Homeland Security.
Now, okay, are you referring to like people came out to the polling station, or are you referring to that the scanning stuff we were talking about?
What you mean the scanning stuff?
The scanning. So we were talking about how Department of Homeland Security said that Russia had scanned all these different state systems, and really I don't know, that may have happened, but some states like Georgia reported that they caught Department of Homeland Security in their system scanning, like accessing their system. Are you talking about that or something else?
Yeah, talking about that.
Okay. So I wonder.
Other states got involved in that too.
So I wonder in this bill if what it specifies about, how did Ray put that?
I know not Tulsi. Debbie put a link up on her YouTube page. She did a video on it. And someone else did a video on it.
Now that's been a while ago, right?
No, she just did one just recently.
Oh, okay.
I think it was last week. Yeah, because she was like, everybody praising Tulsi for this bill. But
Right.
you better stop and go look at that bill.
Right. Now, I have to hand it to her because Debbie has been fantastic on this election stuff. And I think
Yeah,
everybody...
she's been on point with that.
Oh, yeah. And I know I don't agree with her on some other big things, but on that, yeah, she's been really good. So, yeah, I have to dig into this more. But Ray Let's put it... How was it he worded that, Brian? He said... about if they come in and make it a infrastructure or something. I forget how he put it. If Department of Homeland Security decides to make that a critical infrastructure item.
Yeah, I think that is what they did. Is they decided it was a critical infrastructure, and that's what Obama's argument in getting them involved.
Yeah, but is it
and also in that bill, they talking about putting Secret Service in polling stations.
Oh
Right.
my God. Well, that's what I'm trying to get at. Is like, are they just talking about it, or is it in this bill to have it done?
I believe it's in that bill.
You think it's in the bill? Okay. Well, I wouldn't doubt if, yeah.
But somebody told Tulsi on Twitter, because she tweeted that about her bill, and somebody said, well, you can't have a decent bill if you got the people that did the rigged the primaries in the election.
Mm-hmm. Oh, man. Yeah, well...
And you heard about the former CIA and intelligence running for office, and the establishment is pushing them.
Yes.
And the worst we could do is have them in control of the government.
Yes, and that's why, when I heard about Connor Lamb winning, and we touched on this the other night. I kind of looked into it.
Oh, that guy works my last nerve.
That made me really nervous, too, because I also... Wait, here's the article. No, wait, hang on. It is from New York Magazine, and it says basically Democrats can run the Connor Lamb strategy over and over. And
if they go with that, they'll lose, because I saw his commercial.
Yeah, I agree, but if, given the whole, the CIA, infiltrating, basically, if this is their way to win, it kind of scared me a little bit, because I was like, okay, if that's how they can win, and then that's scary. And also the fact that, I guess Republicans are, contesting this race because it was like a razor thin win by 1,000? I think it said absentee ballots. Or no, mail-in or something. Did you see that with Connor Lamb?
Yeah, and I find that strange because somebody said he was at a meeting with union members and he was talking and they were just listening. And after he was done and left, they were cracking up at him. So, they don't believe him.
I saw something, and again, I hate to do this because I want it right in front of me. I like to get stuff exactly right, but I thought it was that Trump had won that district by 20 points or something. 20 points. 20. Okay, thank you, Shirley. Yeah, 20. So that tells that
20 points.
So what's up with that? Okay, we could legitimately have a backlash of people that are so freaked out that Trump won. I mean, I think we are going to have
Democrat.
But Connor Lamb barely won.
Right, he barely won. Yeah.
It should have been a landslide for us.
Yeah.
Well,
I need to get going. I got to get ready for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, thank you for helping me test this. I think we have it figured out now. Shirley, yeah, we were testing DLive too. So, okay.
Oh, that's what I was doing testing. I thought you was doing a show.
Oh, no. Well, you can stay on. No, we thought we would.
Stay on. I need to get to bed. I got to be up early for work.
Yeah.
Okay, Bram.
Okay.
Yeah, we can chat, Shirley. I just, I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, so we were just kind of toying around with it. We'll see if anybody else comes on. But yeah, I think it was here in the New York Times where they talked about, razor thin but extraordinary upset. And after a few thousand absentee ballots cemented a Democratic victory. Really? That does sound kind
And I don't believe that's true. Because he wasn't really known.
Yeah. I don't know. That's
guy he ran against was known. But what had him, he got a skin. It was just like a Roy Moore incident.
Oh.
Look at Doug Jones got in, and he's still voting along with the Republicans.
Right.
He's another Joe Manchin.
Oh, man, what the hell is going to happen? I don't know.
Hey, Kelly, have you followed Deb Bella Piana on YouTube?
No, I always learn.
She's really good.
I don't think so. Let me check it out. Deb, what is it? Della Piana?
Deb D.B. Bella Bella. And I think the last name is Piana. She's a strong activist, and she has this. Dave interviewed her one time, and that's when I found a YouTube page.
And
she has this thing. She says, "Shut the fuck up." She comes out with things every day, and she's trying to start a Mayday.
Okay.
And she has a website.
Okay. I'll check her out.
You'll like her. You will like her. Maybe bring her on to interview her.
That would be great. Yeah, we're always looking for people, I started listening to a lot of do you remember Joanne that used to come on like last summer? Joanne Leon?
I don't remember her.
She has a wonderful podcast called Around the Empire. And it's really good. She and I think the guy's name's David. I can't remember his name. They just do great podcasts. On the two most recent were on the Mueller indictment and then release the memo. And they do a lot of foreign policy stuff. But I thought it was really good, very thorough. Because, I love listening to Jimmy Dore and Lee Camp and all those that are really entertaining. But sometimes I just really do want the, dry facts. You know what I mean?
Right, because, Debbie called all them out about that bill, Tulsi, go to the floor. And she called Lee Camp about Jimmy Dore because they all say, everybody, she's like, all the independents are giving a glowing praise for this bill. Did you look at it?
Well, sometimes you have to dig in a bit before you figure out what all is in the fine print, I guess. But I'm always looking. Do what?
In Russia, they have webcams in their polling stations.
I did see one though. My husband pulled up, and it was I think it was on Reddit. And it was some polling station, and someone who worked there put balloons in front of the camera. So
really?
Yeah. So I think as sympathetic as we are because we don't believe the Russia propaganda stuff right now, we have to realize that funny stuff happens everywhere. But yeah, it showed. I think it was on Reddit. Check it out on Reddit. But anyway, I will check out this Deb person. I'm always looking for people. I love Max Blumenthal. Honestly, I love listening to Around the Empire. Always trying to find sources of people that, like I said, I like the entertainment, but I need the dry facts. And unfortunately, our mainstream media is not going to give us that, is it, Shirley?
No, they're not.
No,
they're not. And did you hear about the school shooting in Maryland today?
Yes.
And it was just a blip on the radar. But honestly, it was a school officer there that took down the suspect.
Oh, wow.
My thing is, what happened at Parkland? And those kids did not get up all that money at one time. I think different Hollywood stars. I think Hillary Clinton got attached to them, and them kids don't know what they're getting involved in with this march. They co-opt this stuff.
Yeah, it's such a controversial, it's funny, I was talking to a friend of mine today she's in Maryland, and I just kind of made the point that, we have the whole gun argument. People just get on one side and don't listen to the other, and she instantly thought I was saying that, I don't know, like arguing for the other side, the pro-gun, and I was like, no, I don't like guns. I'd love for them to all be gone, but I'm also realistic in that it's not going to happen.
For food.
Yeah, and I don't like that either, but this is a huge country, and we have a lot of states where people hunt, and that's just a reality. It's a totally different world, and Nebraska versus Maryland. But my daughter's like scared to go to school now, and we had a talk about that because about whether, I guess they were discussing, should teachers be armed, and I told her I didn't think that was a smart idea. I don't agree with that.
That's not a good idea. Did you hear about that one teacher had a gun and he shot some kids and locked himself up in the bathroom?
Yep.
They have emotions.
I think that's a bad idea, but I think that having, and this isn't a popular view with a lot of liberals or whatever people are labeling themselves as now, but I believe that we should have armed guards at the door. I mean, what? Otherwise, you're just your school is a sitting duck, sitting there, advertising gun-free zone. But I don't agree with arming teachers. I don't agree with that at all. I think that has much more chance of backfiring and a student grabbing it or other things happening. Yeah.
But my thing is, no one talks about in the urban schools. Now I live in the city. Mm-hmm. We don't have those mass shootings. You hear of shootings on the street, but at the school, we don't have that. All this happened in the rural and suburban areas. They don't have metal detectors. Right. All the urban schools have metal detectors.
Yes, that's what my friend in Maryland said. So she's right near D.C. So, okay, they all have metal detectors, I guess. Yeah, I don't, we don't have that.
And it happened to be a school officer on the premises did his job. I don't know what those officers were doing in Florida.
I've heard about that. Yeah, I've kind of opted not to get into that. But, we don't have metal detectors here. I'm in suburban,
I think they should have them because in the suburban areas, they get too complacent. Like, I've read one area, this is somewhere in the county up here. The people left their car door unlocked. Their garage door open, it was in the car. The guy opened their garage door, drove the car in, and robbed their house.
Oh, my God.
And then one time they was getting pissed.
It's not funny.
They were getting pissed when the cops in these counties were saying they need to bring up a bill to charge people who leave their doors unlocked and their car doors unlocked. They got complacent.
Yeah. No, that's
They
true.
think they're not safe anywhere.
No.
Even stars are not safe. Their homes get robbed or they got stalkers in their home.
Well, that's the thing. We have, the state of this country with, half or whatever the number is now in poverty. It's a desperate situation. So, yeah, it's bound to happen. It's bound to happen.
And that one today, I think the boy, he shot that girl in Maryland because he used to have a relationship with her or something. I don't know why he shot the other boy. But I'm glad that the officer got him down.
Right.
And he was firing back at the cop.
Oh, wow. Okay. Now, I just sort of caught the gist of it. I didn't hear the whole thing. Now, we do have, my daughter's in 8th grade, and so middle school. And they do have, they don't have metal detectors, but they do have an officer that's armed. So, maybe he's
but my thing is, Parkland had an officer that was armed too outside the school. And so they didn't do anything.
Yeah, so they didn't go in right away? Was that the story? That's
Yeah.
or the controversy or something.
A lot of less people could have got killed.
Mm.
There's
Well,
different stories coming out of it. I don't know what to believe, but
yeah,
when they showed the video with officers, I was like, what the hell? What the fuck was he doing?
well, I don't know. I mean, they're human. It's possible. I don't know. Scared to go in? I don't know.
Well, you shouldn't have that job. Why take it?
I would agree with you on that. Yes, I would agree for sure. Yeah, it's yeah. My daughter asked me, and she has limited use of an iPhone just recently since Christmas, and she's 13 in 8th grade, and she said, "Did you hear about the shooting in Maryland?" And I said, "Yes." So she's becoming more aware of it, and she's like, "I don't want to go to school anymore." I don't know what you say to that. Part of me doesn't want to send her. But I don't know.
Well, when we were growing up, we didn't have to worry about that.
No.
And all these shit. Well, people were in poverty either.
Right. Yeah. Yep, that's true. I would love, I'm going to see if I can get this guy. I don't know if he would come on to talk with us, maybe on our show we're doing with the CFAR group. But we're doing kind of just topics that, news of the day topics. But anyway, there's a guy at Harvard Children's Medical Center, and he goes by the mediatrician. And I think that would be interesting to have someone come on just to talk about like the role that our desensitizing to violence in media does have, because I believe, and it's not a very popular view among left-leaning people, they want to say it's all the guns, but I do think that we're bathed in all this violence every day, like on media. And when it's not that causes someone to do that, but I think that when you're bombarded with it from the time you're a toddler on, that you become desensitized to that violence. And in the person that is apt to do something like that might have an effect negatively.
Oh, did you hear that the government, I believe, is trying to go after Netflix, talking about a lot of their shows that show people smoking? So what?
Yeah, it's a tricky. Censorship. It's a tricky thing. I don't.
Maybe the characters are supposed to smoke.
Right. Yeah. So I guess I should
You're taking away artistic ability.
I agree. So I'll add to that about violence in media. I in no way say, censor and don't have it. I just think that, there are certain things that shouldn't be on at, say, 8 p.m. when maybe little kids are watching. Or, we need to be more careful with that kind of stuff. There's a certain...
Well, I think those opioid commercials should be shown all day long.
Yeah, or how about, have you noticed the NRA commercials that are on all the YouTube channels now?
Yeah.
Have you seen that? Like, I was watching, I don't remember what it was. I think the first time I saw it was on Jamarl's channel. But then there was another one, and it was like right in the middle. Oh, I was watching Rigged. The guy that wrote, there's an author guy named B.C. DeGraff that we're going to be talking to soon. I was watching his video clips, and right in the middle of it was an NRA ad. Somebody starts shooting. So I'm like, I wonder. I don't know if NRA is putting those ads on everything across YouTube or select things or what.
Well, the government is running the media, period. Google runs YouTube. And look at Zuckerberg got busted with Facebook.
I just saw that and went, damn it. I just only gave in and got a Facebook page in December. I went all that time without a Facebook page. I'm like, damn it, why did I do that?
I don't put much information out on there.
Right. I've always thought that was odd anyway, because, I'll tell my kids, like, think about what's in the background on a picture that you post. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, you could be standing outside of your house and there's your address or something, you know, or who knows what else is in the background. So, yeah, I agree.
And the government has control of it. They've been spying on thanks to Obama.
Yep.
He was a snake in sheep's clothing, a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. I feel like. Do you feel like this lately, Shirley? There's so much news coming out every day, which is good. I'm glad stuff's surfacing, but it's kind of hard to keep up with it, and you wonder how it's going to play out. I think I'll say this very controversial statement to some people. As long as we have Julian Assange locked up and Hillary Clinton not, something's wrong.
I think the Senate Judiciary Committee is subpoenaing her email.
Yeah.
The Republicans are getting sick of them holding it back, giving them little bits and pieces.
Yeah.
And all I say is this Russia investigation is a darn witch hunt.
I agree with you. I agree. And I say if
this is to flip the script from what she did with Russia.
Yep.
To put it on Trump. And my husband's like, you're a Trump supporter. I'm like, no, I'm not. But I see what's happening here.
Right.
They're trying to put it on him. He ain't had nothing to do with this mess.
No, I don't believe so either. Yeah, I have to say I've never been happier to be an independent right now, because I think that when you are so invested in one side that then you can't see the other. You know, I mean, I wouldn't have voted for Trump. I'm not a Trump supporter, but
I wouldn't have. I don't like him.
Right,
and I hate that he's going to win again. He's going to win again the way the Democrats are going.
Well, I would say probably likely, but with all the rigging going on, they'll give it a go. They're going to count on.
I don't know. Well, they tried to rig it during the general election too.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean,
and that's what Trump said, that this election was rigged. He wasn't lying. He was telling the truth. He knew what was going on.
Yeah. I don't know. Boy,
and he called her out about what she did to Bernie Sanders. She couldn't say nothing.
Right. Yeah. Boy,
I don't know. And she's still out here talking to this day. She out in India dissing women in this country. Making them seem like they was too stupid to vote for her.
I just saw a clip. Was that also from India? See, I saw, I don't know, a few days ago that she was saying it was the smart educated areas that voted for her.
Oh, that was in India. Just like when Barack Obama was in Italy after the election, he come out saying, well, you got to vote. People got to vote. Because we got Trump. No. They won't. They don't want to own up the responsibility. And Barack Obama always wants somebody to like him. That shit, them days are over.
I agree. You know,
and he come out, I'm a campaign organizer. And what he doing to his people in Chicago in that area with that library, he lied to them about that.
I think all you have to do is look at Flint and go, what the hell? He left office and left that mess?
Yeah.
There's no excuse for that.
All he did was come there for a photo op and drunk a little bit of water. Oh, it's safe.
Yeah,
that's... Like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's not going to affect a man pushing 50 like it is a 5-year-old. You know, that leaded water. Yeah.
And that little girl that met him when he got there, she was so excited and realized nothing else was going to happen after he left. She was disappointed with him.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that little girl.
Oh. God, that's just awful. It's awful. I don't know. I voted for him twice, and I think, you know,
my husband had to force me to vote for him the second time because I was done with him the first time.
Were you? See, I think I wasn't paying enough attention at that point. I wasn't awake yet.
When he first went in, though, when he put in Citigroup to pick his cabinet, and he put Sumner from the Bush administration, I'm like, what the fuck?
Right. So you were awake all the way back then, huh, Shirley?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, oh God. My husband's like, the Republicans are obstructing him. I'm like, I'm not faulting the Republicans all the time. I'm sick of the Democrats using that.
Yeah.
They keep using that to deflect from what they're doing and not doing.
Right. Exactly. It's not that the Republicans don't do that, because they do.
Right.
But they're using it. You're right. So what's the see, I don't have cable TV anymore, so what is the what's being blasted out of MSNBC today? What's the story of the day? Do you know? Because
Trump.
More Trump.
Trump. Stormy Daniels.
Oh God.
I don't watch it. My husband has it on. I just happen to walk in the room. And I tell him, I don't know why you watch this stuff. And me and him basically is on the same political view, but he is far. I'm like, he went, well, I don't believe Russia affected the election. But I'm like, why are you going along with this stuff with them investigating him? Because I think he's crooked. He may be crooked, but this doesn't have nothing to do with Russia collusion.
No, it
Mueller
doesn't.
now checking into his business dealings now. That didn't have nothing to do with no collusion.
No. I agree. And there's probably something there. I mean, that would be my bet.
You know he's crooked. All them politicians got some dealings overseas.
Right, but it doesn't have to do with collusion. It's just ridiculous.
No.
Oh, Shirley, you'll find this interesting. Oh, who's here?
What?
Hello. Someone we know or not?
Hey, Stevie.
Hello.
That was Stevie.
Wait, where? Wait a minute. I think I don't have I have it on speaker view. Sorry, hang on. No? I thought I did. Wait a minute. Gallery view. That's odd. Oh, because you guys are both on phones, not on video. That's why. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not on video. I'm on phone.
Right. Okay. So hang on just a second. I will find this, Shirley, because you will be very interested to hear this. Okay. Wait. 1 sec. Mueller admitting it's actually Americans giving marching orders to... Okay. I think Brian looked it up and it was in fact on like page 95 or something like that of the Mueller indictment. But if you pull it up, you'll actually find this. Because it was in an email but we verified and made sure it was in the Mueller indictment. Okay. Listen to this. It says... in the Mueller indictment, defendants and their co-conspirators also use the accounts to receive money from real U.S. persons in exchange for posting promotions and advertisements on the organization-controlled social media pages. Defendants and their co-conspirators typically charged certain U.S. merchants and U.S. social media sites between $25 and $50 US per post for promotional content on their popular false U.S. persona accounts, including Being Patriotic, Defend the Second, and Blacktivist. Now, do you remember that lady that Drew Griffin talked to outside of her house in Florida, and he said something about being patriotic, and she's like, yes, I'm patriotic, and he's like, no, being patriotic, like the group. And she just kind of laughed at him. But yeah, basically, in the Mueller indictment, in the fine print on like page 90 something, it says that these defendants got money from Americans to do it. So what is the whole point of this stupid thing about ads affecting if they were paid by Americans? What does that mean? What do you make of that? I mean,
I'm sick of hearing of persons and anonymous.
Do what?
I'm sick of hearing of persons and anonymous.
Oh, right. Like, who is it? Right, yeah.
Yeah.
They need to say who it is. I agree.
Yeah.
Well, did you hear that I put in a FOIA request? I can't remember if you came on when we were talking about this. I've only received one of them back, but I wanted to know what the scanning was. When the DHS said that they detected evidence of scanning and other preparatory activity by foreign agents on states' data systems. I wanted to know, what is that? What's the proof? Because DHS put a statement out saying that NBC News misrepresented what they said. So I wanted to know what they actually said, you know, or what was the real evidence. And so anyway, I got one response out of 3 back, and they said 50 out of 56 pages were redacted, and the other 6 are being sent to another agency. But I don't know what that means yet. So, I guess...
Yeah, they block the stuff. It gets to the juicy part, and that's when it's redacted.
Right. Well, I didn't know. I mean, I did put down that I was a journalist, but I guess, you know, anybody has a right. Any citizen can go and put in a request if you want to know stuff. So you can do that.
I know.
I didn't know that. I never thought to try to do it myself, you know, but I wanted to know, and I don't understand why we can't know. What is it? IP addresses? Why can't we know what that is? You know? So... All right.
They don't have the evidence.
That's what it seems like, and if that's not true, they need to let people know so that people don't come to that conclusion. I mean, I know what I feel like my hunch tells me, my gut tells me, but I like facts. So, all right, is it just us still, Shirley? I think since it's a Tuesday night and I've been up a long time, I think I'm going to wrap it up. But we are gonna do. We're not sure if we're gonna do Friday night or Saturday night, but we're definitely gonna be doing this more and just talking about the news and yeah.
What time you gonna start?
10:30.
The same time as James.
Oh, you know, I guess that's just kind of what happened when Ebon started doing this. You know, that seemed like a good time for everybody. So, yeah, it seems like a good time. So, Friday or Saturday, we're not exactly sure. We're just kind of playing around with it right now. So, and I was trying to do all the streaming that Ebon does. I think I've got it now. So.
You're doing really good.
Oh, thank you. Well, I'm so glad you came on, Shirley. I've missed talking to so many of you guys. We had you and Garden and James came on. Who else was on? I forget. Oh, Snork. Snork came on. So
Christian.
Yeah. Yes, Christian came on that time. So, and yeah, anybody I'm missing. It was really cool to have the old gang back on. So we'll do it again probably Friday night, but we'll make an announcement. So Friday or Saturday, we're going to kind of see which day. I don't know, which do you think, Shirley? One better than the other?
I don't know.
Think
It's Friday or Saturday.
Yeah.
Whatever floats the boat. So.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Forsaken is in the chat.
So, oh yeah, I do have chat on YouTube, and I have to figure out there is chat and D Live, but I'm new at working all that, so we'll figure it out.
You Forsaken, Kelly?
I do. Hey, did you happen to did you see the thing? I guess not. It was on the Real Progressives Facebook page, but we with CFAR, the Bernie or Bust organization, called Revolt Against Plutocracy. We had on a guest, Ray Lutz. He's an election integrity.
I watched a little bit of it. I heard him talking about that California. So.
Well, so many of them had so many problems, but it was really cool because he is down in the trenches and knows a lot. So that was great to have him on. We'll follow up with that. And yeah, check out his website. It's citizensoversight.org. Pretty cool. So
Yeah, because I remember they had a big, huge paper shredder right outside the polling place.
yeah, the shredder truck and whiteout. We talked about that.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I think the old guard is just going to have to learn that everybody's got an iPhone now, and people take pictures and post things, and you just can't hide all this stuff anymore. If they are doing things, not on the level, they're probably going to get found out. So, right?
Yep.
All right.
Gotta get rid of the deep state.
That would be good. Yep. That would be good. All right. Well, it's so good to hear from you again, Shirley. And I'll let you know. We'll be on Friday or Saturday night.
Okay. I'll look out for you. I get alerts.
Oh, okay. All right. Good night.
Good night.